Patrick talking to you again. We're talking about grinding blades today. This is sort of how I started in this oyster world, about grinding stock blades that look like this, small little wood handles with a very stock blade to it. I would sharpen these things up to a nice tip and got a nice edge to it. The other thing you can do with this is you can flatten the handle. You see that? Check it out. So the handle's very round until this flat part. Why is that? You need a better grip. This handle tends to be too small for my hand. It fits only 2/3 of my hand. What I want it to fit is the whole. So I ended up finding larger ones like this one that fits a little bit more in the hand. But what I always love to do is take it to that grinder and shave off fingertip. So you wrap your hand around the way you're gonna hold the blade, and then you put your two little fingers there, right there. You draw a little mark where your fingertips are. You want to keep these two fingers on this blade when you're holding oysters, so that when you can go and pick up, you can pick up an oyster and put it on your board. You never let your knife down. So what you want to do is grind it so that it doesn't slip. See that? Leverage. And so you go in here, poop, pop, and drop, shuck, and go, and then pick up the next one, and away you go. So that's what you can do with the wood handle knives, okay? I would recommend that. Custom fit it to yourself. Get a wood handle blade, find out where your fingertips go, cut a little hole, and that's all the grip you're going to need. You don't have to do all fancy stuff, because you'll get used to it, and you may eventually get a nice blister here, because that's where or callus, that's where your oyster knife is going to end up, unless you're using one of these. No calluses then. It's already there. Sorry, grippy. Not going to blatantly plug the oyster knife. Check this beauty out. What is this? This, probably some Viking made it. Actually, Swedish national champion oyster shucker Dieter Berner back in the day, 1996. This is a handmade Dieter Berner original. This is one of those double-bladed knives that only the Sith shuckers use. You guys who know what that means. He took it and ground his own blade from a chef's knife and a dinner knife, and then he curved it. And why, pray tell, would you do something like this? Absolute gorgeousness of Swedish Viking thoughtfulness. It's because with their oysters, doesn't work with all oysters, but with their oysters, the European flat, he goes in through the hinge at the back like this, pushes through like you're clamming, pop, slides over, throws the top shell like this. Oh, what happens? Bottom blade here, cut, put down. Oh, no, what? He goes like this, takes it down and grabs the next one. So he sets up his competition in a different format. But an interesting concept and idea to knife blades. Helgas makes actual blades like this in Sweden now. This one is a custom handmade one. Tennis wrap taped from 1996. So long ago. Almost like yesterday though. And this is one of my private collections, so I don't ever use it. I just thought I'd bring it out and show you what you can do with the power of grinding. So take care of your knives. If you have a high carbon steel that tends to rust, dry them off. They're perfectly fine and they're great to use. Or go with something more on the stainless steel number, but always tune it up. Take it to your blade, take your blade to a little bit of ceramic and tune it up every so often, keeping the blade on that angle so it hones up your knives, gives it a little bit more of a sharp edge to have some better shucking. Right, we're gonna come back, we're gonna do some oyster shucking then.